A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Now I want to ask you about Sergei Sirotkin. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Korhonen lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, and Raikkonen, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Ocon, and Fernando Alonso, Perez, Grosjean, Charles Leclerc, and Sainz, Gasly, Van Dorn, Brendan Hartley, and Kevin Magnussen. Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
That's a decent start. Good job. You're leading the pack. P1, Vettel behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh hypersols. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Our teammate by 16.5 seconds. They're on fresh hypersols. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.1. DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. Damage, but only a few laps left. If you can live with it, stay out. Okay, you have wing damage. You are in first position, front of the pack. Raikkonen behind, less than a second separate you. They're on fresh hypersofts. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Pack, P1. Raikkonen is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh hypersofts. This is your final lap of the race. Is 12.7 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. The time last lap was a 1:18.8.
Brilliant stuff from Sauber today. What a superb victory. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So, here they come out now onto the podium after a thrilling Grand Prix. It just goes to show what a strong position the sport is in, that these independent teams can be so competitive. What a superb victory from the Sauber team. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Korhonen increases their championship lead. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Romain Grosjean. He was in another league for me today, really impressive.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good result moves them further up the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.